Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. All right, we are 21 days away from the 2026 Daytona 500. The Rolex 24 got over earlier today. We had that 6-hour yellow flag for fog last night. That's pretty wild. I know there's some people online talking about it and how they should have just red flagged it and then extended the race. No, those endurance races, once it says 24 hours, there's no extending it. That is the time. So if they would have red flagged it for 6 hours, it would just been 6 hours less. So I don't watch that much sports car racing to kind of know the nuances of why and this, that, and the other on that. Obviously, safety came into factor with all the fog. You couldn't even see the stands from Lake Lloyd. So I get why. It's kind of, I get the frustration on some people's parts, but it is what it is. They only get those endurance races. I do like watching IMSA from time to time, but not the endurance. One of these years I'm going to try to pull the 24-hour up, but that's a lot to watch in a row, and I think some of the night stuff gets a little boring, so it's like, I don't know if I can do that. But we'll see. Maybe one of these years. But you know what? 21 days. The number 21, obviously, first thing that comes to mind to everyone, the Wood brothers. One of the first families of NASCAR in 1950. They started in the sport, celebrating their 75th anniversary. They started with the number 21. I believe it was in the mid to late 50s when Glenn Wood drove it. And it's been their iconic number ever since, the red and white. 1,795 starts for the number 21 in the Cup Series. 94 wins. We know the Wood brothers have 101 wins as an organization. They have all 94 of the 21. 335 top fives, 572 top tens, 113 poles. The first race for the number 21 was August 7th, 1949, and the last race was this past year, November 2nd, 2025. 84 different drivers have driven the number 21 in Cup, 20 different winners. It's been a Ford 1,582 times, a Mercury 264, an Oldsmobile 24, Chevrolet 26, Lincoln 6, Dodge 5, 3 Hudson, 3 Plymouth, and 2 Pontiac. Most of these drivers have basically the list for the Wood brothers. Number 1 on the list with most starts in the number 21, the Silver Fox, 3-time NASCAR Cup Series champion, Hall of Famer David Pearson. 157 starts in that number 21. 43 of his 103 starts or wins. 97 top fives, 103 top tens, average finish at 11.5. Elliott Sadler, 139 starts, his first career win, 4 top fives, 11 top tens, average finish of 24.0. Morgan Shepherd, 121 starts. One thing about Morgan Shepherd, when I think of his name, especially back in the late 80s, early 90s, he drove for the Wood brothers. I remember him also driving for the motorcraft car for Bud Moore, the number 15, and getting wins in that. And just those 2 red and white cars he drove, the 15 and the 21, for Bud Moore and the Wood brothers, 2 of the most iconic owners in NASCAR history. He had 1 win for the Wood brothers, 19 top 5s, 52 top 10s, average finish of 14.2. Neil Bonnet, he actually drove for the Wood brothers before his major injury. He got there in 1990, that head injury that put him out for a few years, that got him into TV. And then he tried to make a comeback and unfortunately lost his life there at Daytona. 114 starts for the Wood brothers, 9 wins, 27 top 5s, 46 top 10s. Average finish is 13.2. Ricky Rudd, when he initially retired from full-time driving, he drove part-time and drove part-time for the Wood brothers. Ended up 108 starts in his career there, 7 top 5s, 17 top 10s, average finish of 21.4. Harrison Burton, 108 starts for the Wood brothers, that 1 win at Daytona, 2 top 5s, 6 top 10s, average finish of 24.4. Marvin Panch, 80 starts, 8 wins, 43 top 5s, 54 top 10s, average finish of 9.7. And Kelly Yarborough, 77 starts for the number 21, 13 wins, 38 top 5s, 42 top 10s, and an average finish of 13.8. Kind of looking forward to next year because I'm going to do the countdown next year from Homestead to Daytona. The 104 days is going to be. I'm going to go in depth in the car numbers, more about the owners and who drive for what owner and whatnot. I'm really excited to kind of dig into the Wood brothers history, the list of Wood brothers drivers. Of those 84, how many drove for the Wood brothers? And that number 21, so iconic with them. The David Pearson, Petty Battle back in the day. Trevor Bayne won the 500 for them. And there was a time where they were part-time. And so when the charter system first came out, the Wood brothers did not qualify for a free charter because they did not run full-time for those 3 previous seasons. And so they ended up having to rent it. They leased a charter the first year and ended up buying one. So I know a lot of people at that time, I remember there being a lot of people in an uproar. Why weren't the Wood brothers just given one? Well, they didn't technically run full-time. The charters were for full-time teams, and they got back into full-time competition, and they've done very well. I think Josh Berry this year will do well. And they got the alliance with Penske, where the 21 car is actually built in the Penske shop. So yes, the 21 is owned by the Wood brothers, but is also kind of a 4th Penske car as well. So it's going to be exciting to see how well Josh Berry can do in 2026. On the Xfinity side, the number 21, we know Austin Hill drives that now. 823 starts among 49 different drivers total, 55 wins among 8 different drivers, 267 top 5s, 426 top 10s. The first race was March 13, 1982. The last race was November 1st, 2025. Larry Pearson actually has the most starts in the number 21 Xfinity car. 140, he has those 2 championships as well, and he is one of those drivers that, in my opinion, should be in the Hall of Fame. If you're a multiple-time Xfinity Craftsman truck champion, you should be in the Hall of Fame. Right now, the only Cup Series champion that is eligible for the Hall of Fame that's not in is the 1950 champion Bill Rexford. He only had 1 win, and so I can understand why he's not in. But I know Kenny Wallace put a video out about talking about some of the drivers. We're going to run out of people for the Hall of Fame soon. I don't think we will. I think there's enough guys like a Larry Pearson, like a Matt Crafton, like a Jack Sprague, that won multiple championships in the Truck and Xfinity Series. They should be in the Hall of Fame because those, to me, are Hall of Fame credentials. Greg Biffle next year, not only for his Truck Series championship, his Xfinity Series championship, all the wins, but all the stuff he's done outside of NASCAR. And especially what he had done for the hurricane victims there in North Carolina. And then obviously, unfortunately, getting killed in a plane crash this year and all that. So, yeah. We have plenty of drivers who are deserving of a Hall of Fame spot that should be getting there hopefully in the next 5 to 10 years. Then, of course, Austin Hill, we know what he's done in that number 21 for Richard Childress. 131 starts, 14 wins, 51 top 5s, 83 top 10s, average finish at 11.0. Kevin Harvick, when he drove the Xfinity car for RCR, 103 starts, 22 wins, 66 top 5s, 87 top 10s, average finish at 6.0. And one of my other videos in the 28, I had talked about how someday I would like to see the 28 return, and I mentioned with a younger driver and maybe a 2nd or 3rd generation driver, and somebody had commented on that video about that, and I said, because I said with Roush Fenway Racing, they said, why not front row? And I go, well, because my comments back to them was, well, Doug Yates, Robert Yates' son, is the CEO of Roush Yates Engines, so it just makes sense to go to Roush. And I mentioned to them about a up-and-coming 2nd generation driver that would fit perfect for the number 28. Keelan Harvick is who I was thinking of. So I think that would be kind of a cool fit to see the generation like that, up-and-coming. When he gets to the Truck Series, Xfinity Series, eventually having that number 28 and getting to the Cup Series with it. Obviously a 4 like his dad did in his career. I think that would be pretty neat. Daniel Hemrick drove the 21 Xfinity car, 66 starts, 23 top 5s, 39 top 10s, average finish of 11.1. Michael Waltrip, 46 starts, 1 win, 8 top 5s, 18 top 10s, average finish of 17.8. Morgan Shepherd, 37 starts, 2 top 5s, 6 top 10s, average finish at 24.0. Jeff Green, 22 starts, 2 wins, 12 top 5s, 16 top 10s, average finish of 9.2. Jeff Burton, 9 starts, 1 win, 4 top 5s, 6 top 10s, average finish of 12.9. On the truck side, 407 starts among 40 drivers, 16 wins among 2 drivers, 63 top 5s, 129 top 10s. First race was February 5th, 1995. The last race was October 4th, 2024. Johnny Sauter had 69 starts with 13 wins, 39 top 5s, 55 top 10s, average finish of 6.9. Zane Smith, 45 starts, 3 top 5s, 10 top 10s, average finish of average finish of 11.8. So 3 wins, 10 top 5s, 27 top 10s, average finish of 11.8. Morgan Shepherd, 45 starts, an average finish of 29.3. John Wood, 29 starts, 1 top 5, 3 top 10s, average finish of 16.8. And Hank Parker Jr., 25 starts, 2 top 5s, 4 top 10s, average finish of 18.2. So 3 weeks left until Daytona. We have 1 week left until the Cookout Clash at Bowman Gray. Then a week after that is the Super Bowl 60, and then we have Daytona, and then we're off and running. I think there's 2 off weeks this year, so from Daytona through Homestead, there is 37 races, and then 39 weeks. So there's 2 off weeks there, plus the All-Star race. So yeah, it's going to be a long, grueling, interesting, fun season. New body for the Chevrolet. We got a couple new faces and new places. The Xfinity and Truck Series got all kinds of changes of drivers and stuff. So yeah, we're going to do all the previews here as well. We're going to also try to work on NTT IndyCar previews. So at St. Petersburg there at the end of February, we had the start of the NTT IndyCar 2026 season, along with the first ever street course race for the Craftsman Truck Series. So it's going to be a great year. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.